Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer, bringing you that all important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, fans, we're going to be talking about Original Sin, issue number 8, the conclusion to this event. Now, I've enjoyed this event immensely. One of my favorite Marvel events in many years. I think this story has been entertaining. It has great artwork. I just find myself on the edge of my seat every time I'm reading this book. And there was the same thing that happened in this particular issue. I thought it ended fantastic, and there's a lot of things that are going to be happening in the future um, based off of this event. And I'll explain as we go. There will be spoilers because I think you got to spoil certain things here to discuss those things that are going to happen. The artwork here is done beautifully. The writing in this story by Jason Aaron is done really well. Again, it's been flawless throughout the event, so I'm not going to really spend that much time going over all the artwork, but it is gorgeous artwork, and my hat is off to Deodato, who did the artwork in this series. So, what was the story about? What do I think of it? And what's going to happen in the future? Okay. So in this issue, it opens up with Nick Fury, and Nick Fury is discussing everything that has happened with the Watcher. He's so intent on trying to find out who did this to the Watcher. Why did they shoot your eye out? What did they steal from here? Tell me, tell me. And the Watcher doesn't want to give up any answers. The only thing that he sees, that he tells in this particular issue, is that um, he has seen too much. And the book does a really good job at doing these flashbacks on the discussion with Nicholas Fury and the Watcher. I love how that was done. And basically, what happens in this issue is that the Watcher is done. The way it looks when you read it, it looks like he takes the gun, he makes the gun rise up in Nick Fury's hand and makes Nick Fury shoot him in the head. So it's like almost an act of suicide. The Exterminatrix in this issue, you find out that she takes off, she leaves her father behind, just doesn't want to deal with it anymore, takes his cut off hand, which is kind of funny. This whole battle erupts between the Avengers with the mindless ones, and then you get to see Nicholas Fury. He's basically dying at this point, and he wants one last hurrah at his position, being the defender of the Earth, and he wants to take out Dr. Midas. And you get to see crazy things that happen in this issue. You get to see the Orb, who has one of the eyeballs. It's kind of like taking a possession of him. You see it going into his chest, and he's like, "Oh, it burns!" He's like freaking out. And again, we get to see Dr. Midas trying to hog all the power from the Watcher. But once Nicholas Fury sits there and puts the eyeball on Dr. Midas, he sees that he can't absorb all that power. He can't take it, and he winds up blowing up, and everything blows up in the entire issue. He dies, including Nick Fury. So now, after all these events that has happened, you see that Nick Fury's dead. Oh, the Orb has an eyeball being embedded into his brain. And what happens now? Okay, so again, here's my thought process here. You get to see a little bit of Exterminatrix, which I really don't care about. Looks like she's going to be the new Midas Rule, so we'll see what happens with there. We find out that the Orb has possession of one of the eyeballs, and it looks like he is a Watcher because he sees this death happening, and he just says, "I want to stand here and watch." So looks like he is a Watcher. Now you see that Thor has no longer possession of his hammer, so obviously we're going to see the new Thor make an appearance, which is the female Thor. And you also know that Nick Fury was looking for a defender here to take his place in defending the Earth. So what happens is Bucky Barnes takes that role. And what happens now is that it kicks off his new series, The Winter Soldier. Um, and it says, what is it? The Winter Soldier. And it says follow him on the wall. So it's going to be about him defending the Earth, just like Nicholas Fury did. And then last but not least, you get to see a mysterious character that comes out of this, and it looks like old man Nicholas Fury is going to be the new Watcher. It looks like he's absorbed the power, didn't die, and it looks like he's stuck there, chained to the moon or whatnot, watching the Earth. So really interesting stuff here that happens, and so you get to see again things that are happening in the Marvel universe based off of the event. The female Thor, Bucky Barnes, and now you got the new Watcher, Nicholas Fury. So I thought it kicked off some pretty cool stuff. I thought it was an interesting ending. It left some questions about, is Nicholas Fury going to be this new Watcher? What's going to happen with the orb? Is he going to be like an evil Watcher? Like, what's going on there? And it makes sense because you got these two eyeballs and they had to go somewhere, I guess. So overall, this series was really a fantastic read. I thought it was entertaining. I liked the cliffhangers that some of the issues had, like in the beginning when Bucky Barnes, you thought he was the enemy, where he killed Nick Fury and he had the eyeball. Like there was a lot of things here that had you left hanging with so many questions. And even here, after issue 8, there is still some more questions. Again, with Nicholas Fury, with the Watcher, and I don't know if this all ties into Access in a way or that future event that's happening with Marvel in the near future. So again, we'll see what happens. And overall, I give this issue a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. At first, I thought it was going to be a bad ending, but after all the things that happened, I thought it was really, really good. Again, these events always lead into other things that you must buy. So overall, I'm going to give this series a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was really good, really solid, and and that's all I want to say. So yeah, sorry I spoiled a lot of stuff, but I wanted to give my thoughts and share my experience with this comic with all you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. And leave me in the comments below what you thought of this particular issue and what you thought of the particular Original Sin event, if this was the best Marvel event you've read in many years. So guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0, and until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and thanks for watching, fans. Take care. Bye.